Previously on the Mighty Mo, I depart the Missouri River headwaters on June 2nd in search of adventure and art. After 2 weeks of river living, morale remains high and I soon enter the Upper Missouri Breaks National Monument in north-central Montana. It is here that I encounter high winds, stinging rain, and possibly the most surreal rock formations that I have ever seen. After 2 days of difficult weather and sketchy paddling, I enter the Badlands section, where the weather clears, temperatures rise, and I take some time to paint. My name is Steve Snell, and welcome to Adventure Art on the Mighty Mo, a painting show about paddling the entire Missouri River. Over the course of 3 months, I will paddle over 2,300 miles. I will live in a tent. I will look for adventure. I will paint a lot of paintings. This is Adventure Art on the Mighty Mo. I take my time and paint. A mule deer approaches nearby, and I bask in the now warm, sunny climate of the Upper Missouri Breaks Badlands region.
Echo! Woo! Haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Although I get a late start, I eventually catch up with a group of fellow paddlers and river guides that I previously met upriver. We camp together in a grove of cottonwood trees, enjoy the shade, and watch bighorn sheep descend a very steep hillside to get a drink of water. The guides provide me with valuable river advice, campsite information, and free beer. The next morning, I explore an area known as Gist Bottoms. Remnants of an old homestead quietly stand in the parched landscape, and a short climb up the nearby hillside provides a view that is hard to get enough of. And again, make time to paint.
So here we are, a valley. I don't know which of the hills it is. Maybe it's this one, or maybe it's that one. But apparently that's where Meriwether Lewis climbed to the top, and they said they could see the Rocky Mountains. So I hear.
The Upper Missouri Breaks lingered large in my imagination long before this voyage even began, and I am in no hurry to leave.
Alright, good morning. Good afternoon, because it is afternoon right now. I don't know what day it is, but I've passed the 2-week mark. The sun is shining. The wind is somewhat blowing, but barely at all. And it's a beautiful day on the river.
Each day reveals incredible, awe-inspiring views and new experiences. Yet this land is full of so much history that I sometimes don't even realize what I am passing. In 1877, it was not far from here that 750 Nez Perce men, women, and children forded the river at a bend called Cow Island. They had traveled nearly 1,000 miles across 4 states, fleeing from the United States government to seek sanctuary in Canada. They did not want to live on the reservation that was forced upon them by treaty, and eventually were stopped near the Bear Paw Mountains, only 40 miles from the Canadian border. There Chief Joseph famously declared, "Hear me, my chiefs. I am tired. My heart is sick and sad. From where the sun now stands, I will fight no more forever. Many people died in this pursuit, and conflict took place not far from here. This is Cow Island. Apparently that's where they were camped out, or that's where they were crossing. And it goes for a little bit around this bend up here. This place has some history in the not too distant past, really. Time to break camp. Camp spot. We're just right in East Cottonwood Grove. What a paradise. Chicken and mashed potatoes and vegetables. Made these and they're good. Better than what you can get in the store. All you do is heat up water, put it in a pot, stir it. 10 minutes later, should be reconstituted into fresh-ish. I don't know if I can call it fresh, but they taste a heck of a lot better than you would think. Mashed potatoes. It's flying low. I mean, that looks like rain. On my last night here, I experienced my first intense thunderstorm. The forecast makes no mention of rain, but that doesn't matter. Forecasts can be unreliable, and the canyon walls block any chance of a long vista. I'm hiding in my tent. It's wild out there. I'm in a really exposed place. But if I was in the forest, then a tree could fall on me. I just hope my tent can withstand this. I'm glad I put all my tie downs down. There's lightning flashing over me and thunder rolling. This is intense. I've never been in a storm like this in my sleeping bag, or I'm in my tent before, and I have a feeling this is just the first of more. Oh, there's a caterpillar in here. I'll let him stay for a little bit. Probably nothing uncommon, nothing supernatural or extraordinary. But I'll tell you what, when you're in your tent in one of those and they're blowing hard, it's kind of scary. I guess it's not gone. Still here. It's like raining so hard from the side that I can feel the rain coming in where the zipper is. It's like hitting through the zipper. Well, I think it's just about over. At least every time I think it is. It kicks back up, but I can tell the sun is shining somewhere over there to the west. I just want to go outside and get some cookies. It's raining again. Oh. Good morning. Do you hear that? It's the rain. It's still going. It's just a nice light rain now, but it was an intense night. Thunderstorms throughout the night woke me up. And then I somehow fell asleep in the middle of one.
It's a Sunday. It is Father's Day 2022. I miss my boy and my wife, and I'm on my way home. It'll just take about 2.5 months to get there.
The following morning, the rain dissipates and cloud cover hangs low in the sky. I am only a few miles from the usual takeout for paddling the Upper Missouri Breaks National Monument. There, the river guides top off my water jugs with their surplus, and the rain picks up once again. I continue on into the great unknown of the Charles M. Russell National Wildlife Refuge, so named for the famous cowboy artist, who moved to Montana from St. Louis in 1880 to work on a sheep ranch and stayed to become one of the most well-known American artists of the early 20th century. He would go on to create some 4,000 works of art, most of which depict cowboys, Native Americans, and a highly romanticized vision of the American West. The refuge is huge, encompassing nearly 1 million acres between the end of the Missouri Breaks and the Fort Peck Reservoir Dam. This section has some of the most remote country of the entire river, and it is recommended to bring a 7-day water supply with you. I am told that it is unlikely that I will see anyone for days, and I am thoroughly soaked.
What a beautiful day. It's so gorgeous. It's a nice, gentle rain. Just kidding. This rain is cold. And it's not, I don't want to say it's hard, but it's not gentle. Oh, shoot. Okay, cool. There's some sticks in the river. Thought it was a log. It's just, I'm really, really soaked now. The only thing dry are my feet, and who knows how long that's going to last. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and it's supposed to rain the day after tomorrow. Something to look forward to. The plastic bottle floating back there.
Believe it or not, that's the first plastic bottle I've seen on the river. Still raining. I don't think it's gonna stop. Oh, I think I found my stopping point for the day. I know it because there's a pit toilet back there. It's an old homestead. The only problem is, how the heck do you get up that? That's like a 12-foot embankment. My only hope is that down here on the right, looks like there's a little kind of collapsed part. Maybe I can get up that way.
I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, but I don't want to leave it down this drainage in case there's a major thunderstorm and this all washes my boat away. So it's a pain in the ass, but I'll sleep better at night if it's up here on the ledge where I know it won't get washed out. The only problem is this is like a slip and slide of mud. It would have been hard enough if it wasn't. I want to be careful not to blow out my back or something, you know? See if I can pull it with a rope. Because up here where there's grass, at least I have footing. So I got my camp set up. Tent over here. Tent there. Canoe there. Me here. And I thought I would just go for a quick walk while I'm soaking wet still. Covered in mud. Everything's covered in mud. Getting out of that river right there is muddy. But I wanted to go check out the homestead over here. Now I want to go in this house. A little spooky. Hello? Snakes, are you in there? Hello? Snakes? Oh, there's a couch. They had drop ceilings in here? I thought this was a homesteader cabin. Maybe they upgraded. Oh my gosh. That's cow shit. It's not about being chicken. I'm just not going in a house full of cow shit. Why would do the cows go in there? I guess they do. But how would a cow get in there? Got a little crawl space down there. Hello, snakes? It's me, Steve. Just, oh, there's even a cellar. This would be a terrifying place to sleep. This is like straight out of a horror movie. I've seen plenty of horror movies. And you don't go into the basement. Well, someone goes down there and drinks beer. So I better hurry up my tour here of the haunted cabin. So here you got the roofing here. Here you go. Spacious. Good light. Old rustic charm. This is the room that needs a little bit of work. It's filled with cow poo. There's an old couch, and the insulation seems to be falling from the ceiling. But with a little bit of love and care, you could probably make it work. Of course, you have an awesome view. You are right on the Missouri River at a beautiful little bend. Front door. What else could you ask for? Most of the roof is still intact, and you have yourself
some river charm. Well, the rain finally stopped. I don't know how long it's gonna stop for, but I made my soup, ate it. I got some snacks here in my tent with all my wet stuff, but I'm dry now. I'm just hanging in my long johns and looking out my mesh window. At my neighbor's cabin down the road. Even though it stopped raining, everything's wet. All my shoes, my boots, my sandals, except for me now. So that means I'm eating dinner in here. I'm doing everything in here. Even this. Good morning. The sun is out. What? I've got my laundry on my lines. Made those last night. And I'm hoping to dry out today. It's a beautiful morning.
I'm in my canoe. Everything's loaded. I'm saying goodbye to Hut and Bottoms and the homestead over there. It is June 20th, according to my GPS. I believe it's a Monday morning, about 9 o'clock, a little after. Everyone's got to get to work, including myself. This is my job right now. Welcome to Adventure.
Spirits run high with the shift in weather, and the warm sun dries out the remaining damp clothing I must wear. The birds sing, the river flows, and a sense of harmony hangs in the air. There is something about being cold, hungry, and wet for a sustained period of time that makes these type of days feel extraordinarily generous. The river slows down, and a series of shallow, braided channels wind their way through a beginning of the reservoir, an area referred to as the UL Bend. Alright, so I guess this is where it starts to get confusing, and I see why it is. I can go right, or I can go left. It's hard to know which is the main channel. I'm hugging the right bank right now. You look all the way over there, boom. To me that looks like a storm system, and I've been following it for an hour. It's tracking to the west, so I'm not too worried about that one hitting me. Unfortunately, there's another one right about there. I don't hear anything but the birds. No airplanes, traffic. Just birds. See the rain, holy cow. It's just pouring over there. Maybe I'll get lucky. So the storm's behind me, at least that way. Across the river's a little bit ways back. I mean, I got a little bit of the waves, but I got lucky on that. Didn't even have to get off. Right, so I'm almost to the bottom of the U in the UL Bend, to my surprise. And here, the river makes a sharp U-turn at the confluence with the Musselshell River, and the sediment builds up thick and mucky on the riverbed. Reading the channel can be tricky, and getting out of one's boat here is not a good idea. It is best not to get stuck, as you might not get unstuck.
All right, so this is the question. Is that the way? Through all of that where it looks like it just dead ends and maybe cuts around that ledge? Or is that the way? I think that's the way. Around this little net ledge here is the turn. But it looks like I've got a bar of nothing in front of me saying this goes this way. Which just looks like kind of a dead end marsh to me. I see why people struggle with this. I'm trying to go up the right side of the U. I see buried kind of trees or something, bushes maybe on my right. What looks like a muck bar on my left with a bunch of pelicans. You can just see pelicans standing up in the middle of what seems like the river. Their feet are not that long. So if you see a pelican standing, you know it's pretty darn shallow there. So all I can do is hope for the best and sing a song. Oh, I'm paddling around the UL bend. I'm paddling around the UL bend. Paddling around the UL bend, my friend. Let's hope for the best and don't get stuck, or you'll be in a lot of muck. Keep on paddling around the UL bend. I see some branches on my right.
As I make the turn around the UL bend, I am relieved to make it through one of the more technically challenging sections of river that I have thus far encountered. Yet I know there is much more to come. I celebrate the achievement with spoonfuls of peanut butter and quickly set up camp.
Welcome to Fort Peck Lake.
I soon find an old washed up cottonwood tree and make time to sit and paint. I'm excited by these new surroundings. The lake will be my home for a bit, and I'm looking forward to getting to know it.